Good morning, friends. Welcome to all of you to my BioBooster channel. Myself, Dr. Abasaheb Nalodi, retired professor of botany. In the previous videos, we have completed the chapter number 1. It is a reproduction in lower and higher plants. Now, we are proceeding towards the chapter number 3, inheritance and variation. Generally, we call it as genetics. In this chapter, we are going to see the details of this inheritance and variation. Then firstly we shall see what is genetics or how the characters are transferred. Transmission of genetic information from generation to generation, this is known as inheritance. Here you see that the characters from the parents, these are transferred to the children. This is done or this happens generation to generation. This is the called inheritance or the heredity. Genetics is a branch of biology which deals with the study of heredity and variation. The characters are transferred. Suppose there are two parents. From these parents, this is a female parent and this is a male parent. Their characters, these are transferred to their children. Here, if suppose parents are tall, we know that if the parents are tall, children will also become tall. If the plant has having the red flowers, this plant will produce the new plants which are also having the red flowers. If we take a plant with the violet colored flowers, this plant will produce the plants having violet colored flowers. This is a heredity or this is a transmission of characters from one generation to the another generation. This is called as inheritance or the heredity. Then genetics, it is a branch of biology which deals with the study of heredity and variation. Then we shall see what is meant by this variation. If suppose these parents, they are having two children, this child shows some differences from this child. This is called as variation. This child show some differences between or from this child. This is called as a variation. Gregor Mendel, a son of peanut farmer, peanut that is groundnut. He was born in Moravia in the year 1822. Mendel first gave the accurate explanation for mechanism of inheritance. So the mechanism of inheritance was first explained by Gregor Mendel by using hybridization techniques. We are going to see these hybridization techniques just now. But you see that transmission of genetic information from one generation to the next generation, this is known as inheritance. Genetics is a branch of biology which deals with the heredity and variation. Heredity just now we have seen. Transmission of characters from one generation to the next generation. The differences between the individuals, this is called as a variation. Gregor Mendel, a son of peanut farmer, born in Moravia in the year 1822, he first gave the accurate explanation for mechanism of inheritance by using hybridization technique. Inheritance of 7 contrasting characters or the inheritance of 7 traits in garden pea plant were studied individually and as well as in combination of 2 or 3 characters at a time. How this experiment was done, that we shall see now, that we shall see later on. He proposed the data, the results which he has obtained. He proposed the data mathematically and statistically. Mendel postulated the principles of heredity. We call these as laws of Mendel now. Mendel postulated the principles of heredity. How the transmission of characters occurs in case of organisms. This was postulated, or the Mendel postulated the principles of heredity. He visualized that traits as such, the characters as such, these are not physically inherited, but by factors, and these factors now we call this as genes. Inheritance of 7 characters in garden pea were studied by Mendel individually as well as in combination of 2 or 3 characters. He proposed the data mathematically and statistically. Mendel postulated the principles of inheritance, principles of heredity, and which then become the fundamental laws of heredity, fundamental Mendel's laws, and these were proposed by Correns. He visualized that traits as such, these are not physically transmitted, but these are inherited or these are transmitted through the factors, and these factors now we call these as genes. He proposed the factors are particulate in nature, the particle-like structures. These are particulate in nature, and these are now called as genes. Factors occurs in pairs in the parents and segregate from each other during the gamete formation. If you see that in the parents, suppose this is a female parent and this is a male parent, here you can see the chromosomes are occurring in the pairs, and on these chromosomes these factors are present, these genes are present, these genes are present on the chromosomes. During the gamete formation, these genes are separated from each other. This chromosome goes to one gamete, this chromosome goes to another gamete. Here also, one chromosome goes to one gamete, another chromosome goes to one gamete. Here you can see these are the genes, these are the factors. These factors, they occur in pairs in the parents. Segregate means separate. They separate during the gamete formation. Here there is formation of a gamete, here there is formation of a gamete, here there is formation of a gamete. This is the gamete. Means these factors, they separate during the gamete formation, and each gamete consists of a single factor. So factors occur in pairs in the parents and segregate from each other during the gamete formation without mixing. Then reasons for Mendel's success. Mendel got success. What is the reason behind it? His experiments, these were carefully planned. Mendel's experiments, these were carefully planned. He carefully recorded the results or the plants obtained of each type and expressed his results in the ratios. Mendel carefully planned the experiments. He carefully recorded the results and expressed his results in the ratios. In pea plant, garden pea plant, Watana, Pisum sativum, in this plant, contrasting characters can be easily recognized. Contrasting characters means tall and dark. If you consider a height character has two contrasting characters, tall and dark. So here in pea plants, contrasting characters can be easily recognized. 7 different characters in pea plant, 7 pairs of different characters in pea plant were controlled by single factor each. Means each character is controlled by a single factor or the single gene. The factors are located on the separate chromosomes, just now we have seen, and these factors are transmitted from generation to the generation. Here factors are the genes, these are present on the chromosomes, these are located on the present separate chromosomes, and these are transmitted from one generation to the next generation. He introduced the concept of dominance and recessiveness. Dominant character which is expressed, recessive character which is not expressed. He introduced the concept of this dominance and recessiveness. 7 pairs of contrasting characters or 7 different characters in pea plant. These were controlled by a single factor each. Means each character is controlled by a single factor. The factors are located on the separate chromosomes, and these factors are transmitted from one generation to the next generation. He introduced the concept of dominance and recessiveness. Dominant character which is expressed, recessive character which is not expressed. Then we shall see which 7 pairs of contrasting characters were selected by Mendel while performing the hybridization experiments in pea plant. 7 pairs of contrasting characters selected by Mendel. You see the first character, height. Each character has 2 contrasting characters. Means height has 2 characters, tall and dark. This is a pair of contrasting characters for the stem height. This is the first character. Second is flower color. Here in this case, in this pair you can see that tall is dominant, dwarf is recessive. Second character is flower color. Violet color, this is a dominant character. White color, this is a recessive character. Flower position, if the flowers are axial or the axillary, this is a dominant character. Terminal flower, this is a recessive character. Pod shape, pod means the shape, fruit. Inflated or the full, this is a dominant character. Constricted, this is a recessive character. Pod color, if the color is green, this is a dominant character. Yellow color, this is a recessive character. Seed shape, if the seed is round, this is a dominant character. If seed is a wrinkled means surkat level, this is a recessive character. Seed color, if the color is yellow, this is a dominant character. If the color is green, this is a recessive character. Here you can see this is a round shape, this is a wrinkled shape. This is a yellow seed color, this is a green seed color. Flower color violet is dominant, white is recessive. Pod shape, this is a character, it has two contrasting characters, full and constricted. Pod color, fruit color, green, this is a dominant character, yellow, this is a recessive character. Flower position, axillary flower. Flower is produced in the axial of the leaf. This is a axial flower. Terminal flower means flower is produced at the tip. This is a terminal flower. Stem height, this is a first character which we have listed here. Tall, this is a dominant character. Dwarf is a recessive character. Thus, Mendel selected 7 pairs of contrasting characters while performing his hybridization experiment. Then what he has done? He has taken, suppose, these two plants, tall plant and dwarf plant, these two plants were crossed together and he observed the results, and from these results he postulated the principles of heredity. Then reasons for selecting garden pea as an experimental material. Why Mendel has selected this garden pea or Pisum sativum as an experimental material? Because this Pisum sativum plant grows quickly, this grows fast, completes its life cycle within a very short time. They have short life cycle. Within 3 months, it completes its life cycle. They have easily observable characters. So these characters, these 7 pairs of contrasting characters, these can be easily observed. This flower color can be easily recognized, height can be easily recognized. Is in manipulating cross-pollination. Here, while doing the cross-pollination, cross-pollination was easy in case of this pea plant. They produce many offsprings in one cross. If hybridization has been done in one cross, many offsprings are obtained. Many varieties with well-defined characters were available. There were many varieties having different colors of the flowers, tall and dwarf, different shapes of the pod, then different colors of the seed. So such a many characters can be easily, the plants having or varieties having such characters were easily available. Flowers are bisexual and easily self and cross-pollinated. This can be self-pollinated, this can be easily cross-pollinated. Hybrids were perfectly fertile. Here, hybrids which were obtained by crossing the two different varieties, these hybrids were perfectly fertile. In this case, how this experiment is done? Suppose this is a tall plant and this is a dwarf plant. This tall plant has this flower. This dwarf plant has this flower. Here these are the stamens. This is the ovary. Suppose this is a female parent and this is a male parent. How Mendel has performed these experiments, you see. This is a female parent. In this female parent, this is of no use. This is a male parent, this is of no use. Pollen grains from the selected male parent, these are transferred on the stigma of the flower of a tall parent. Means his pollen grains are transferred here, and then afterwards pollen grains germinate and they will produce or they will fertilize and there will be formation of a fruit. Then there is formation of a seed. This seed is a hybrid seed. This is a hybrid seed. Then hybrid seed is planted and this will produce a plant. This plant is called as F1 hybrid plant. This is the F1 hybrid. Pollen grains from male parent, these are transported on the stigma of the flower of a tall parent. Pollination takes place, fertilization takes place, fruit is produced, seeds are produced. If these seeds are germinated, they will produce F1 hybrid plant. These F1 hybrid plants, these were perfectly fertile. Then Mendel's laws of inheritance. On the basis of results obtained by Mendel in the hybridization experiment, he proposed three basic postulates on the basis of which three laws of Mendel were formulated. Here, the first law, this is the law of dominance. This is the first law. This law states that characters are controlled by discrete units called factors. Just now we have seen that. Characters are controlled by different factors, discrete units. Factors, these occur in pairs. For example, suppose this is a tall plant, this is a dark plant. This tall plant has a pair of chromosomes. On the pair of chromosomes, there are T genes, capital T here, capital T here. This dark plant has also a pair of chromosomes. It has two genes, small t gene and small t gene. If these two plants are crossed together or during the gamete formation, when tall plant produces the gametes, this will produce only one type of gamete because here there is also capital T, here also there is capital T. So this will produce this gamete having the gene capital T. Here this will also produce only one type of gamete. These are two genes, they enter into the separate gamete. This will produce two gametes having capital T gene. This will produce two gametes having small t genes. Means these two genes are separated. These two genes are separated. When this gamete having capital T gene fuses with the gamete having small t gene, there is formation of capital T small t, capital T small t. Here, then afterwards, if these are planted, they will produce F1 hybrid. This F1 hybrid will be tall. This F1 hybrid is tall. Why this is tall? Because capital T gene is dominant over the small t gene. Capital T gene produces tall plants. Small t gene produces dark plant. Character which is expressed in the F1 hybrid, this character is a dominant character. The character which is not expressed, this is a recessive character. So tall is a dominant character, dark is a recessive character. You see once again, tall and dark plants, tall plant is having two capital T genes. This is called as homozygous, having similar genes. Dark plant is having small t genes. This is also homozygous. Okay, here these two genes, they separated during the gamete formation. This will go to one gamete, this will go to one gamete. This will also go to one gamete, this will go to the another gamete. Means these characters are separated. When these gametes fuse together, there is formation of capital T and small t. This is F1 hybrid. This F1 hybrid is tall. Externally it will look tall. In this case, capital T gene is expressed, that's why it becomes tall. Small t gene is not expressed, this is a dark. Tall character which is expressed, this is a dominant character. Dark character which is not expressed, this is a recessive character. Characters are controlled by discrete units called factors. Factors occur in pairs, just now we have seen. One member of each pair dominates dominant character, dominates the other recessive character. Means in this pair, one is dominant, one is recessive. The statement of law of dominance. Law of dominance states that any one factor expresses itself in F1 generation. In the F1 generation, just now we have seen that out of these tall and dark, only one character is expressed. Any one factor expresses itself in F1 generation. Or when two homozygous individuals, these are homozygous individuals, with one or more sets of contrasting characters are crossed, the character that appears in the F1 generation is the dominant character, tall character is a dominant character, and those which do not express in F1 generation, this is a recessive character. Dwarf, it is a recessive character. This is the first law. Law of dominance states that any one factor expresses in F1 generation. Then second law, this is called as law of purity of gametes. Here you can see that this is a very simple. You can see this is a tall organism, this is a dwarf organism. Tall organism having capital T genes, dwarf organism having small t genes. They produce the gametes. When the gametes fuse together, there is formation of F1 hybrid. F1 hybrid is having capital T and small t genes. Here you can see that capital T and small t, this is called a genotype. Genetic expression. Genetic expression, this is called as a genotype. Tall, dwarf, etc. This is a phenotypic, external appearance. This is called as phenotypic character or phenotypic expression. Capital T and small t genes are present in the F1 hybrid. You can see that when this F1 hybrid forms the gametes, this here you can see that there are two chromosomes. One chromosome having capital T gene, another chromosome having small t gene. This chromosome will go to the one gamete, this chromosome will to the another gamete. Means capital T gene will enter into the one gamete, small t gene will enter into the another gamete. Thus, these gametes, this gamete having capital T gene, it is pure for tallness. Gamete having small t gene, this is pure for dwarfness, pure for tallness, pure for dwarfness. Then we shall see the law of segregation, or this is called as law of purity of gametes. This law states that when F1 hybrid forms the gamete, this is the F1 hybrid. When this F1 hybrid forms these gametes, the alleles segregate from each other. These two alleles, capital T and small t, they separate from each other, segregate or they separate from each other and enter in the different gametes. This enters into the different gamete, the small t enters into the different gamete. Then when a pair of contrasting characters are brought together in the hybrid, capital T and small t, these are brought together. These factors, these characters, these genes, they do not mix, they do not blend, but simply associate themselves and remain together. ते एकत्र राहतात, but they do not mix. आता कॅपिटल टी आहे म्हणजे टॉल कॅरेक्टर आहे, स्मॉल टी आहे म्हणजे डॉट कॅरेक्टर आहे, पण ते दोन मिक्स होऊन त्याच्यापासून मध्यम उंचीचं प्लांट तयार होत नाही. दिस प्लांट इज टॉल बिकॉज capital T gene is dominant, small t gene is recessive. They do not blend, they do not mix together, but just only associate together. Thus, law of purity of gametes states that when F1 hybrid forms the gametes, one gamete or these two genes, these are segregated, these are separated. One enters into one gamete, another enters into the another gamete. Both alleles. आता alleles, what is this? Alleles हा शब्द एक नवीन या ठिकाणी आलेला आहे. समजा हे टॉल प्लांट, this tall आणि this is a hybrid. Suppose this is a hybrid tall plant. This hybrid tall plant has capital T and small t genes. Here you can see that capital T and small t, these are alleles. Alleles mean these are two forms of the same gene. These are the two forms of the same gene. This is responsible for tallness. This is responsible for dwarfness. Both alleles, characters, these are recovered as such in F2 generation. Then such how they are occurring. They separate at the time of gamete formation. आपण आताच पाहिलं की this enters into one gamete, this enters into the another gamete. This law is also known as law of purity of gametes because gametes formed are pure इन दॅट दे कॅरी ओनली वन अलील. म्हणजे हा एका गॅमेटमध्ये जातो, हा दुसऱ्या गॅमेटमध्ये जातो. This is pure for tall, this gamete is or this gene is pure for dwarfness, this is for tallness. Then we shall see how these are recovered in the F2 generation. You can see here, this is the F1 hybrid, capital T, small t. This F1 hybrid is tall. This is because it is having a capital T gene. Capital T gene is dominant, small t gene is recessive. Which tall character is dominant over the dwarf character. Here you can see tall and dwarf plant. Here, this is a hybrid, F1 hybrid, capital T, small t. This is also a F1 hybrid. आता हे जे आहे F1 hybrid आहे याचं सेल्फिंग केलं जातं. म्हणजे त्याचेच कोलंब्रेज त्याच्या स्टिग्मावरती टाकले जातात. याला म्हणायचं सेल्फिंग. म्हणजे दोन्ही पॅरेंटचं जेनेटिकल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन काय आहे ना, कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी. And this is called selfing or the self-pollination. आता selfing होत असताना this plant will produce two gametes. म्हणजे हे जे दोन जीन्स आहेत कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, they enter into the separate gametes. हा कॅपिटल टी, हा स्मॉल टी. सेग्रिगेशन म्हणजे सेपरेशन. Here also capital T will enter into the one gamete, small t will enter into the another gamete. आता हे जे चार गॅमेट्स तयार झाले, आता हे गॅमेट्स जर फ्यूज झाले तर किती प्रकारचे ऑर्गॅनिझम तयार होतात आपण ते पाहूया. या ठिकाणी गॅमेट्स आपण दाखवले, याचे गॅमेट्स दाखवलेले आहेत. समजा कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, याचे गॅमेट्स आपण या ठिकाणी दाखवलेले आहेत कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी. इफ सपोज दिस फ्यूजेस विथ दिस, there is formation of capital T, capital T. If this fuses, capital T gamete fuses with the gamete having small t, capital T, small t. If this fuses with this, capital T, small t. If this fuses with this, capital T, small t. अशा प्रकार, this is called checkered board. Here you can see how many types of organisms are obtained in the F2 generation. This is the F2 generation. This is the F1 generation. F1 plants are self-pollinated and we are getting 4 different types of plants. How these are issued? या ठिकाणी capital T आहे, म्हणजे this plant is tall. या ठिकाणी capital T small t आहे, capital T आहे, capital T is dominant over the small t. This plant is also tall. Capital T small t, capital T आहे म्हणून small. या ठिकाणी small t, capital T नाही म्हणून dwarf character. कॅपिटल टी आला तर तो टॉल होतो. आता या ठिकाणी पहा, कॅपिटल टी किती प्रकारचे आहेत? कॅपिटल टी एक प्रकारचं आहे. दिस प्लांट इज कॉल्ड प्युअर टॉल. हे जे आहे दिस इज ए प्युअर टॉल. कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी किती आहेत? दोन. दिस इज ऑल्सो टॉल, दिस इज ऑल्सो टॉल. दिस इज कॉल्ड हायब्रिड टॉल. हा प्युअर टॉल आहे, कॅपिटल टी आहे म्हणून. या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी आहे, दोन वेगळ्या प्रकारचे जीन्स आहेत, परंतु हा टॉल आहे. सो दिस इज हायब्रिड टॉल. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज हायब्रिड टॉल. स्मॉल टी म्हणजे हे काय आहे? डॉट. कॅपिटल टी नसल्यामुळं कॅपिटल टी जीन इज नॉट एक्सप्रेस, म्हणून दिस ऑर्गॅनिझम इज डॉट. डॉट किती आहे? एक आहे. वन कॅपिटल टी प्युअर टॉल, 2 capital T small t hybrid tall, and 1 small t, this is dot. Thus genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. 1:2:1. Genotypic ratio म्हणजे जेनेटिकल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, दिस इज जेनेटिकल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. कॅपिटल टी दिस इज अ जेनेटिकल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. तर अशा किती प्रकारचे और कोणते किती प्रकारचे जिनोटाइप्स या ठिकाणी आलेले आहेत? तर कॅपिटल टी एक वेळा, कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी दोन ठिकाणी, स्मॉल टी एक ठिकाणी. दिस इज कॉल्ड जिनोटाइपिक रेशिओ, म्हणजे 1:2:1. दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज जिनोटाइपिक रेशिओ. आता फिनोटाइपिक रेशिओ. आता हे जिनोटाइपिक रेशिओ हा झाला. फिनोटाइपिक रेशिओ म्हणजे एक्सटर्नली आपल्याला हे किती प्रकारचे ऑर्गॅनिझम दिसतात. एक्सटर्नली आपल्याला दोनच प्रकारचे ऑर्गॅनिझम दिसतात, एक तर टॉल, एक तर डॉट. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी टॉल किती आहेत पहा, 1, 2 आणि 3. 3 टॉल. डॉर्फ किती आहेत? 1. दिस इज 1 डॉर्फ. दिस इज कॉल्ड फेनोटाइपिक रेशिओ. फेनोटायपिक रेशो मीन्स फेनोटायपिक कॅरेक्टर म्हणजे एक्सटर्नल अपीअरन्स. एक्सटर्नल अपीअरन्सवरून आपल्याला दोन प्रकारचे ऑर्गॅनिझम्स मिळतात. टॉल ऑर्गॅनिझम 3, डॉट ऑर्गॅनिझम 1. Thus phenotypic ratio is 3:1. This is called monohybrid cross. This is called monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross म्हणजे we have considered only one pair of contrasting characters. या ठिकाणी फक्त आपण एकच एका कॅरेक्टरचंच पेअर कन्सिडर केले म्हणजे हाईट, टॉल आणि डार्क. या ठिकाणी आपण रेड वगैरे असं काही घेतलेलं नाही. सो इफ वी कन्सिडर ए सिंगल पेअर ऑफ कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग कॅरेक्टर्स इन द एक्सपेरिमेंट, this is called as a monohybrid cross. You can see that each gamete is pure. आत्ताच आपण सांगितलं. Homozygous parent produces only one kind of gametes and heterozygous organism produces two types of gametes. आता या ठिकाणी पहा. This is heterozygous. Capital T. This is homozygous. म्हणजे दोन्ही जीन सारखे आहेत. याच्यापासून एकच प्रकारचं गॅमेट तयार होतो, दॅट इज कॅपिटल टी. हा दुसरा ऑर्गॅनिझम कॅपिटल टी स्मॉल टी, समजा हे हायब्रिड आहे. इट इज हॅव्हिंग टू टाइप्स ऑफ जीन्स. सो दिस इज हेटेरोझायगस. दिस प्रोड्युसेस टू टाइप्स ऑफ गॅमेट्स. One gamete containing capital T gene, one gamete containing small t gene. In this experiment, we have considered a single pair of contrasting characters. Single character, for example, height, and that's why this is called as monohybrid cross. In the monohybrid cross, genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Phenotypic ratio is 3:1. मित्रो, आपणास हा मेंडेल्स फर्स्ट लॉ आणि इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ जेनेटिक्स समजले असेल. कृपया आपण शेअर करा, लाईक करा आणि सबस्क्राईब करा. धन्यवाद.